Happy Tuesday, co-creators, and welcome to another edition of Teena Sessions, 365 inspirational quotes with me, your life coach, Teena Jones, where we're at day number 31. This is the last day of the month of January. Wow, can you believe it? We're already down to number 2, February, the second month of 2017. It is going by quickly, but I'm so happy and delighted that you have chosen to take this journey with me. Whether you're new or you're one of my loyal viewers, I want to tell you how much I appreciate you carving out time each day and taking this journey along with me. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me at naturalborncoach@hotmail.com. If you missed yesterday's show, I encourage you to go back to number 30 because the format is going to be a little different. And so today is Tuesday, and we're going to be discussing life path and careers, okay? Or life purpose and careers, I should say. So if you missed yesterday's show, take a look at what you can expect each day, all right? And that kind of give you a headsway of what you can expect from day to day. Well, if you're ready, I'm ready to give you today's quote. It's by Henry Ford, the inventor Henry Ford, the manufacturer of Ford Motor Company, him. And it is, whether you think you can or think you can't, either way, you're right. I'll repeat it. Whether you think you can or think you can't, either way, you are right. We're going to talk about dusting off your dreams. Many of you, have ventured out into something you've always wanted to do. And, disappointments happen, delays happen, obstacles happen, life happens. And as a result, our dreams get buried. They get pushed aside. And today's session is about pulling those dreams back out of the shadow, taking them off the shelves and dusting them off. Because if God promised it to you, you still have life in those dreams. And I want to help you breathe life back into those dreams. Today's session reminded me of Carl has a good friend that he grew up with, and he is a great cook, just like Carl. I mean, they exchange cooking recipes all the time. But he had a restaurant years ago in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and it failed. It didn't do so well. So in trying to reinvent himself, he did little in and out things. He sold insurance. He did many other things. But his dream was to always get back into the food industry. It's something that he was very passionate about, and it's something he was very good at. So he tried to get into the fair. The State Fair of Texas there in Dallas that happens every fall during October. And each time he was turned down, he has these baked potatoes called shrimp dock, where he has shrimp stuffed baked potatoes. And they are delicious. And so after the third try, he got into the fair, this time around 2016. And when I tell you it was a success, it was a success from the day they opened the doors until they closed the doors. And now the Fair Park has invited them back, to come for next year. They no longer have to petition the fair. And so that just gives me goosebumps. It just makes me so excited for them, because many people see the outset, when they look at him now, him and his wife, and all the things they've accomplished. And they saw that long line that you had to stand in at the state fair each day. And they thought, man, they were so successful, but they really don't understand the pathway. They really don't understand the obstacles and the pitfalls that many, many entrepreneurs go through on this road to success. You only see the glitter and the glam, and there's so much more to that. And that's why I always say that if you choose something that you're passionate about, it'll get you through the hard times. It'll get you through the low moments. If you chose something that you're just in it for the money, then you're not going to last, because you're going to have moments where it's down. It's not going to work out like you thought. You're going to have delays. You're going to feel like God has turned his back on you. You're going to feel stuck. And me, as being an entrepreneur, I understand all of those steps. I've had wonderful highs and I've had valley lows. And I know what it feels like to, think that God has just shut the door on you. And so if you are in that category and you have that dream, something you've always wanted to do, and you kind of dabbled in it. You actually have taken a step, but it didn't quite work out the way you thought. Then this session is dedicated to you and people like you, that it's time to dust them off. It's time to pick yourself back up and realize that you still have breath left in your dreams, and it's time for you to live them. Okay, so I have 4 different steps to help you get this thing back going again so that you can live the life you were born to live. All right, you ready for the 4 steps? The first step in trying to redesign them, if you will, is clarity. You've got to reawaken them. You've got to think outside the box. It made him work out, just like, for instance, just like his friend. The restaurant way didn't work, so you had to try another avenue. Sometimes you have to think, okay, if I can't do it this way, let me see if I can do it this way. There are so many different ways in which you can your passion is still the same, but the vehicle is different. So be willing to think outside of the box. Ask God to show you and order your steps in a new way of thinking of your old dream. All right. So that's clarity. And the second one is confidence. You've got to be willing to know that you can't look at the past disappointments. You got to have a clean slate. You've got to love like you've never been hurt before. You've got to get in that thing as if you've never had any disappointment. And I can tell you that because I've done it. And so I think if it would be, if someone had never been in your shoes, then it'll be easier for them to say. But that's the only way that you're going to make a go of this thing. You can't keep looking in the rearview mirror and think you're going to go straight. It's not going to work. You've got to bury the past, bury the disappointments, bury all the things that did not work out for you. You got to let that go so that you can move into your future. All right. So you got to have the confidence. You can't let those past pitfalls bring you down. All right. So that's the second step, confidence. The third step is concrete first steps. You've got to take some action steps, whether it is calling around to see about certain products or researching it. If you need a building, if you need a website, take some concrete action steps. Do an action step to get you back going. Something that can get you excited again. Only you know what that is. I don't know what the dream is, but you know. And you know that there is some action step that you can take, but you may have been slow about doing it because you don't want to be hurt again. You don't want to be disappointed again. But I tell you, you've got to push those aside and you got to say yes. You've got to say, God, I am ready. You've got to be willing to have a leap of faith. And I know you have been hurt before. I do understand that you've taken many leaps of faith, but today is a brand new day. All right. Today is a brand new day. You got to let yesterday go. And the fourth and final step is the courage. Someday has arrived. That you've told yourself when you put it up a long time ago, someday I'm going to pick this thing back up. One day I'm going to do it again. Well, your one day has arrived. That someday is today. And you got to rise to the occasion. All right. It's your time. It's your day. All right. You've gone through the necessary steps. Everything you've gone through was necessary in order to be here at this moment. And so I know it's easy to look at as disappointment, as a failure, but really it's not. It's just preparation. God is molding you for your destiny. And sometimes the molding, we don't take that into account. We don't put that in our calculation of when we think we should arrive at our goal. But we've got to make room for God to mold us. And only He knows the right recipe and the ingredients to mold us exactly the way we need to be ready for our dreams. So you've been molded and now it's time. All right. I think we're doing good with time. I hope you enjoyed today's session. I'm going to give you the review real quick of the 4 steps you need to take so that you can dust off your dreams and begin living the life you were born to live. All right. The 4 action steps is clarity, confidence, concrete first steps, and courage. All right. Oh, I hope you enjoyed that. I sure enjoyed giving that to you today. That really helped me out too. Every time I do these sessions, it's like an aerobic instructor. Doing the class. I'm helping you, but I'm helping myself too. It's a win-win situation. Each time I speak these words, it's coming out of me, but I know it's a higher power that's doing the work. And so this excites me just as much as it excites you. So I want to thank each and every one of you. Get ready for today's guided meditation. If you need to change rooms or turn the light down, go ahead and do that while I set up the music. And let's get you ready to get rested for tonight and be prepared for tomorrow. Does that sound good? All right. Today's affirmation is, I am now pursuing my life's purpose. I am now pursuing my life's purpose. Thank you all for joining another edition of Teena Sessions. Let's get started with the guided meditation. Go ahead and close your eyes and take a nice deep breath all the way in. Now release. Once again, take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale and release. With your eyes closed, each word that I say to you, I want you to repeat them in your mind, knowing that these are the words that ring true for you. God is on my side. Everything is working out for me. I love the unfoldment of my life. I feel so excited about what God has in store for me. Everything is right on time. I rest and relax knowing that my good will come to me. I love my life. Life is good. God is good. I love that I'm healthy. I love that I'm prosperous. I love that I'm happy. I have wonderful relationships in my life. And the entire universe is for me. Everything is happening in divine order. And I rest and relax in the knowledge that all is well. Thank you all. Have a great evening. See you tomorrow.